Hey penguins, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm doing another video about COSY Brook. And in this video, I'll be taking you around the whole town to show you all the families that live here, let you know their stories and show you their homes. I've fully renovated and personalised every house that was originally in Twinbrook and given all the townies makeovers. So if you are curious to see the inside of all the homes and the simmies, then stick around. Maybe grab a snack because it's a long video. I will say that the sims you'll see, you'll probably already be familiar with because they were already living in Twinbrook. I only added one new family. A lot of the backstories are the same or just tweaked a little bit from what they were in Twinbrook, but I have adapted some of the stories to be more in line with the new lore of COSY Brook. And I'm just going to go around the world this sort of way to show you the houses and sims. So we'll start here with the house on the lake. This is the first house we'll look at, and this is the Jones Brown family. So their story is that Jenny has moved back home with her parents after discovering she is pregnant and doesn't want the father of her baby to know.
How scandalous!
But there is a bit of an issue because her parents, ever since they got divorced, can't stop arguing. So they're going to get a bit annoying and she absolutely hates their outdated house. So it will be interesting to see how she gets on. So this is what I've done with their house. It's quite a standout blue colour. A lot of the houses in COSY Brook are quite colourful, but I just really like that as a, something that gives it a bit more personality. So this is the dad. Oh, he has something to say about that rug apparently. So that's Larry, I've like I say, I've given all of the townies a makeover. They've all got like their own individual bios as well, which you can go in and read. I don't think I'll be reading them all out to you because I don't want you to fall asleep, but I just want to sort of like show you every house that has a family in it in this video. So the downstairs is intentionally a little bit retro, like it's not fully, like the bathroom is very retro. Like you can tell that they kind of have updated bits, but a lot of it is stuck in the past, I'd say. So both the parents have like individual rooms because they are divorced. So the dad's bedroom's more like a man cave sort of thing, and then the mum's room is kind of retro again. I really like what I did to them drawers. They're the ones from Into the Future, and they've got like a suede looking pattern on the front, which I think is quite different. So Jenny's bedroom is like her childhood bedroom, is what I've tried to design it like, but it has got a crib in there for her baby because obviously she's expecting, so straight away there'll be somewhere for her baby to sleep as well. And we'll take a quick look at the mum Renee as well. So this is what I've done with her makeover. She's out and about, clearly in town. Basically I've still made her look like she's had a bit of a hard life, bless her, like she's got a roof showing, but honestly EA did a lot of the townies in Twinbrook dirty. Like all the adults basically had wrinkles, like really strong wrinkle marks. I'm not saying I got rid of every wrinkle in town, but I thought they were like really harsh on them. So this is her new look. And then Jenny, I actually wasn't able to make her over because you probably know, but you can't make over a pregnant sim. So once she's had a baby, feel free to do whatever you want to make her look like however you want. So it's just not something I was able to do. So now let's check out their neighbour, the elusive Mr. Harwood Clay. I love his name, and how it hints at the talent for sculpting. But Clay basically grew up to become a famous sculptor, but he has actually now moved to COSY Brook in the hope to keep a low profile and have a quiet life. The question is, will he be able to have a quiet life in COSY Brook? Will anyone be able to have a quiet life in COSY Brook? So yeah, we'll see how that pans out. I must say, I really love how his house turned out. It just obviously has all the art sculptures in it and stuff like that, and I think it's just absolutely so cozy. And I've included colours like the yellow walls because I think it just adds something to houses to have like some splash of colour. And yeah, I've put things like books on the tables just to make it look really lived in and kind of more real. So this is Harwood Clay's makeover, and I've given him like sort of rough clothing, like them shoes that have been battered and got holes in them, because he wants to really blend in. He doesn't want people to look at him twice, sort of thing. So yeah, I've made him like look pretty ordinary and not like he's a rich famous sculptor. So yeah, I love that the first thing he wants to do is make a clay sculpture. That's great. And apparently hitchhike. He looks like he's trying to hitchhike as well. Yeah, he's already had enough of COSY Brook. See you, Harwood. So next we'll check out his neighbours, who are the Good and Bad family. So that's just like a play on their names. So we actually have Sinbad and Goodwin, who both live together. They both share a secret, and you might be able to tell by looking at them, looking how pale their skin is. Hint, hint.
Look at him in that tank top.
And they are in a band together. That's kind of what brought them together in the first place, because their personalities are super different. And I've reflected that in their house, which I'll show you now. So the top part of the house, it's kind of in two parts. It's like almost like two masonettes almost or something. So the top part of the house is Goodwin's like bedroom and like living part, like the kitchen and stuff. And he is the guitarist predominantly, but he does have like the balcony with the drums because Sinbad's the drummer. And then that's just somewhere sometimes they like to perform at the front of their house, oddly enough. They do have like a nice balcony as well, but yeah, they're quite loud and proud about their music, so that's just where they like to play. And Sinbad's like a sort of rooms, they kind of reflect like the lighter personality because he's just a bit more friendly. And then downstairs we've got like the ultimate grunge punk sort of side of Sinbad. It's kind of grimy, he doesn't do laundry, etc, etc. And they also have their actual beds at the bottom of Sinbad's living area, so that's just where you'll find the answers to what they are hiding from everyone. Now let's check out the Love and Art family who live next door. So this is Gala's house, and she's actually got her best friend Buddy, who is kind of like a struggling artist living with her. So she's kind of inherited this house. Her family are quite well off. It doesn't mean that she's necessarily well off now, but she's had a very good start to her life. And she's sort of taken pity on Buddy because they've been best friends since school, and it's not even a kip on the couch situation. Like, she has like a spare room for him and everything. So they are living together. They don't have like a love relationship yet, but you know, that might be what you decide for their story. And the idea is that they're trying to like get into a grown-up, like serious life, like adulting, but because they're both kind of a bit of a bad influence on each other, they might resort to just partying and sort of just messing their lives up, really. So it'll be interesting to see how they get on, you know, if they make something of it, or if Buddy like moves out and gets his own place. So if you decide to play as them, I can't wait to hear what they end up doing in your game. So we're now moving on to Miss Molly Coddle's house. I absolutely love her name. The story with her is that she has always aspired to be like a nurse or a doctor, something in the medical profession, and she's moved here because there was an opening in the hospital. So she's got an intern position, and she thinks she's going to live the dream. But the interesting thing is, there's been a lot of cases of people being admitted to the hospital with lots of blood and puncture marks to the neck. So she's been really busy, maybe too busy. So yeah, it will be interesting to see how she gets on. And this is her house. I've kind of given it a little bit of like a twist of old and new, so like the wooden cabinetry is like older, but then a lot of the furnishing is more modern, so I like the sort of contrast between the two. I think it looks really good. You might already know, but ambitions did affect the medical career, and you can just be more interactive with it, so that's why I think they put her in Twinbrook. But yeah, I really like her new little twist on her story, and yeah, we'll check out her quirky neighbour, who is Amy Bull, and I absolutely had so much fun making her and making her house. I mean, she looks like a thrift shop just like threw upon her, which is amazing, like Art Attack, just something crazy. But yeah, she does not shy away from colour, and yeah, her whole house is like bam, just quite insane. But yeah, I do love it. It's got like whimsy, but it's just so bright, like you can't almost help but smile at this, unless you've gone blind. You might be blind now, very sorry about that. But yeah, it's super colourful, and her dream is to like become a sort of like fashionista, fashion designer, but at the moment she just works part-time in a spa, so her story might lead her to better things, to her dream job. And next here we've got the Brandt, I don't know how you say that. Anyway, this is Mark's house. So I love how this turned out. It's like obviously a very like stone rustic looking house. It's kind of got split level stairs as well, which I don't do that often, but when I do I really like it, so I probably should do it more often. So his house, again, it's kind of giving a little bit retro vibes. A lot of this town has a bit of like retro inspiration, but I do personally like that style, so I guess that reflects in this. But yeah, I hope you like that style. There's a lot of like autumnal colours as well, like obviously the trees are all very like autumn, fall, or whatever you tend to refer to it as. And like I'd say I use like in the colour palette like a lot of like oranges and, you know, greens and that sort of colour as well in the actual decor. Oh, and I also want to tell you about Mark's sort of history. So he's always dreamt of becoming an astronaut, so he joined the military, but he also has a real passion for art, which kind of clashes with his like military job, so it'll be interesting to see if he can make room for both in his life. I've given him a look to kind of reflect his artistic and sporty side. So now I'm going to take you over to the swampy area of Cozy Brook, where the Bayliss family lives, and they have lived in Cozy Brook for generations, and they have probably noticed a lot more than most on how things have changed and strange things are happening. But they like to stick to the swamps mainly, so they haven't really spread all the news that they've been observing. Their daughter Chase, however, which is one of the teens in the world, she's actually much more keen to get out of the swamp and make friends. But it will be interesting to see if her curiosity will actually prove to be more dangerous to her. So this is their house. The structure of the house I didn't change much. The decor I changed a lot. And then what I've done for all the teens, I've done a little montage here for you of like the rooms that are created, because the teens, they are like pivotal to the story. So this is Chase Bayliss's bedroom. She is a very sporty, sort of outdoorsy girl. She takes after her dad really in that respect, and yeah, she's still got like that kind of, I guess, like tomboyish look to her, and I've kept her with like the army style like camo cap, because that, I feel like that's what they're kind of known for, having that sort of look to the whole family. And this is her dad over here. Not sure what he's doing. He's outside the campsite, so I might have given them a slight makeover, but I haven't really given her parents and her brother much of a makeover. And I think before I release COSY BROOK, I'm going to swap out their looks a little bit more. I think they just need a little bit more of an upgrade, because they kind of still look quite EA. But obviously, like I say, Chase, I've given her a proper makeover. And that was the Bayless's house. And now we're gonna go and actually have a look at one of the more quirky houses and storylines in COSY BROOK. I think I actually hinted at this addition to the town in my last video, but anyway, here is the home of the tragic clown. He literally sits up here looking back at his fondest memories of his photo from years ago. The picture is actually a freebie from the EA store, by the way, so you can download that. And I just love that you're going to see the tragic clown around town places, so I think that's quite a cool addition. So over here we have the half rebuilt home of Juander, and most of the townies have labelled him kind of the town loon, and they just believe he just burnt half his house down one day. But he keeps banging on about creatures trying to suck his blood, and how he started writing a blog about the town too. And it'll be interesting if anyone will actually start to read his blog and take him seriously. So I'll show you the part of Juan's home that I have renovated. I haven't given him a living room, because I've decided that would have been in the burnt side of the building, and what I have renovated is still a little bit quirky, because he's quite a quirky guy. This is his bedroom, and so now we'll go and have a little look at Juan's makeover. He is out and about in town at the moment. Oh, he's at the cafe, the bookstore. Really like this area. So this is his new little outfit. I've given him more of a I've been in a disaster outfit, but I think that just suits his storyline, and you'll probably recognise him around town. Now, the family I just hovered over, I'll come back to another time, because I still want to finish them. They're a new addition to the town, so we'll have a look again another time. This is the house of Miss Carlton. She is like Paris Hilton, basically.
We're here for the Paris Hilton party.
Who the hell are you?
And her looks a very 90s party girl, because she loves to have a totally good party. And her house reflects that. She's got a spot for a fashion show, and she's got the amazing pool. Basically anywhere that she can have an amazing party time and just be the centre of attention. And yeah, she's just living the lifestyle of the rich and the famous. She's got her own little recording studio, and she's even got a guest bedroom in her style, what she thinks is a relaxing guest bedroom. So upstairs she's got the massage table from the EA store, and I am compiling a list of everything I put into the builds that is from the EA store, just in case you want to download it or you don't know what's quite missing. So next we'll move on to the Racket family. This is a huge family. So the Racket family are infamously known as the troublemakers and the crooks. They are a twisted family bound by deceit and a shared talent for criminal enterprise. Again, I haven't done much to the actual exterior of the house other than change the colour of it, but the interior I have made much more bougie, look much more rich, because obviously being a crook must pay off in this town. So there's actually a lot of bedrooms in this house, because there's a lot of Sims. So this is the bedroom that belongs to Dennis and Silver. They've got quite a posh, glamorous style. This is Bill Racket's bedroom. He has a little office off the side of it for his no good deeds. And we've got at the top here, we've got the bedroom of Max and Marigold. They are the oldest in the family, and I think their bedroom reflects that. So now we've got the teens of the family. This is Lolly's bedroom. I really love how this turned out. She's quite like our little goth girl, and I absolutely enjoyed like making her style so much. And then we've got Shark, which is a very interesting name. This is his like bedroom. He's kind of a rock guy, so yeah, I know I'm stereotyping them a lot, but I think it's just like when you're making themed bedrooms, it's just really fun. So I really enjoyed how they came out, and I have added a little nursery in case maybe, I don't know, Dennis and Silver have a baby, or if they get like a maid or a butler or something. Just it's nice to have a spare room in such a huge house. These are the Sims. So this is our matriarch Marigold. She's kind of at the head of the family, so she's like got the taste for fine vintage wine and forged documents, like, you know, lots of the criminal activity stems from her. This is Max having fun over here at the other side of town apparently. And then we've got Bill. He's rocking double denim, so he's obviously evil. No, I'm joking. So yeah, I love his style. Then we've got his brother Dennis and his wife Silver. She's kind of got the silver hair to go along with her name. And then we've got our teens who I've mentioned. Shark, he's got like the more sort of rock style, and then we've got Lolly, and yeah, I think her boots and a few other things are from the EA store, so she might not look exactly like that in game, but I really love how their new looks go with their new personalities I've given them. So now we'll move on to the Well-Off family. I absolutely love their name. So this is a family that seem to have it all. They've got the massive house, they've got the nice cars, they've got the great careers, but with Rich's late nights at the lab and Rosie's busy social life, it will be interesting to see who is keeping an eye on their little daughter Zoe. Like, what is she doing? I don't know why, but I picture her being like almost like a rich Matilda, because she's quite neglected in a way. So I think she's absolutely adorable. She really is. So this is the Well-Off family, and I'll show you their absolutely massive house. I mean, this is a house to aspire to, I reckon. So it took me a long time to make this because, again, lots of rooms. I don't think I messed too much with the structure, again, mainly the colour of it, but what I have done so much more in this town is the insides of the house. So at the bottom here, it's all a lot more colourful than it was. They've got like a massive living room, just absolutely massive rooms. Like, you can tell these guys are super rich. Oh, I'll just put the lights on so you can actually see it. So I built them one of them like office gym, like outdoor areas as well outside, and this is the upstairs of the house. As you can see, it is absolutely massive. We've got the bedroom of Zoe, and it's kind of still either got her old crib in it or it's got space for another baby, whatever you decide. Then this is the parents' bedroom with lots of paneling and, you know, expensive things. We've got the spare bedroom up in the attic area. I made the sort of attic area into like a hobby space, so that, you know, if they want to do whatever they want, there's a place to put all of their hobby stuff. So as their characters like develop, you can keep adding stuff to that area. It's just huge. And now we're going to have a look at the Knack family. So Patina Knack, CEO, is an absolute boss and would love for her daughter to follow in her footsteps, but she actually has no faith that her daughter Julienne will have the same sort of knack as her, because she is actually a spoiled brat basically. And it's Patina and her dad's Nick's fault, and her dad is a trauma surgeon, so obviously he earns a lot of money too, and basically Julienne's had everything she ever wanted in life, apart from a horse, because she did have a horse but it actually went mysteriously missing. So there's just like an empty barn there, but their house is kind of like English countryside. I know the rest of the town I've kind of made more of an American sort of style. Downstairs is like her big meeting room because she's like a CEO, and then upstairs they've got like a really posh bedroom. Then we've got Julienne's more teen style bedroom, but still, like, you know, she has everything, it's still really posh. And then a spare room if they have a butler, because, you know, most of the posh rich families can afford a butler. And then this is the stable, so you might want to get her a new horse, but at the moment it's empty. So we'll move on to the next house, which belongs to DeAndre Wolf, who refuses to believe he has peaked in his rock career. So he was once the lead guitarist of the band Silver Howl, and his fame was at its peak in the 90s, but everything changed during his band's tour in Transylvania. So he was actually the only surviving member of the band after a horrific attack, but he returned a different man in every way imaginable, but he's still determined to keep his music alive. So just maybe he'll be able to do that, but not so much on the nights of the full moon. So his house, I've made a little like stage area where he can still perform, a little tiny soundproof recording studio. I haven't actually redone his bedroom yet, that's still to come, so before I release this world I will update his house a bit more. And if you've got any thoughts on how I should like redecorate it, or any of the other buildings, because it's not released yet, there's still time to make changes, just put them in the comment section if you want me to do anything specific, and I might actually do it before this releases. So now I'll show you the Baker family house. Mary Baker is a talented sous chef and a devoted mum, and she's built a really nice life for her and her kids, and she's got such a cute apron. This is her oldest son Lincoln and her teen son Newton, and I'm not sure where he's going. Bye Newton.
Bye, have a beautiful time.
Oh right, he's off to the fun fair. Well, hopefully he'll be back. So I'll show you around their house. So obviously it's very orange, so you'll be glad to know it's not as orange on the inside. I made this house quite like rich looking. It's still cozy, but you know, she's obviously got quite a lot of money, and she's made quite a nice house for her and her sons to live in. And because she is a sous chef, obviously I had to give her a massive kitchen. This item is actually from the store and the apron, so if you don't have those items they might not show in this build, but just as long as you know that was what was meant to be there. This is the eldest son Lincoln's room, and I really love the calm colours in here. In this room, this is like Mary's sanctuary. This is like one of the poshest bedrooms I think I've ever built, and I absolutely love it for her. So Mary's youngest son Newton lives in the like attic area. He wanted to have his room up there, so that's his choice. He's got this really cool like hangout area where there's still storage in the attic, there's still bits and bobs, but this is his actual bedroom. And again, I've done a little montage for you, and it's got like the sort of rafters looking wood on the walls and the columns, because it literally is a functioning attic. And he's got everything up there, like he's got a games console, computer, and yeah, he lives a pretty sweet life, to be fair. So now let's go over to this street where the Greenwood family lives. The Greenwood family is basically on a mission to live a carbon-free, eco-sustainable life in their suburban home. So they bike instead of drive, compost religiously, and even like grow their own food. But the problem is not everyone's fully on board. Their teen daughter Jade is finding it really hard to live by the family's strict eco rules, and with the world that she navigates at school and online, you know, she just wants to be on the computer all day using electricity, and they really frown upon that. But it will be interesting to see if they can learn that sustainability isn't just about the planet, but about empathy and growing together. And even when their path isn't perfectly green, can they still live together in harmony. So this is Jade's bedroom. She's got kind of like a gamer girl aesthetic, I suppose, and the lights are from the EA store because they are part of Roaring Heights, I believe. So if you've got that set, they'll show. Again, if not, they won't, but it's not the end of the world, you know, you can just decorate with whatever you want, really. And then yeah, this is their home. I think it's really nice. This is the Castus house. Now the Castus family I showed you in the last video because that's like the main lore of the town that I created for Cozy Brook, and I explained their story in my last video. So if you're interested but missed the first video I posted about Cozy Brook, then I recommend checking it out and anyway before you look at this maybe. So now I'll show you around their extremely retro house, which obviously used to belong to their grandparents. And yeah, I've tried to like retain that sort of, I'd say like 70s theme, 70s feel to it. I love the colours. It wouldn't necessarily be a house I'd want to live in, but I can appreciate the style. So like the boys have their own bedrooms as well, and obviously I'll show you Billy's room now. So he's got like he's kind of a bit more geeky, but he's also got kind of like sporty wallpaper and stuff, because I guess this is what his grandparents decorated his room like years ago, so he's kind of grown up with that room. Again, they've got quite a cool little attic space with all the storage boxes. Their whole house is meant to look like they just moved in, so I really like the look of that. I haven't done that before making this world, so I really enjoyed that. Now I'll show you the Simoleon Savers house, which belongs to Clark and Penny, and they are kind of always dreaming of living large with like a penthouse and designer wardrobes and like living free from financial worry. But the problem is dreams cost money, and Clark has decided to take matters into his own hands, and in a bold move he's actually begun selling off their belongings. He sees it as an entrepreneurial hustle, but she kind of sees it as chaos, so it'll be interesting to see if that will force them to ask what's really worth holding on to. So in their house you'll find that a lot of it is quite empty. It looks like there should have been items there, like a computer missing and stuff like that, because yeah, the idea is Clark has been selling their stuff little bits at a time. So yeah, it's a bit of an interesting storyline for them, but I really like their house. I think it's quite like cute and cozy. So now we'll move on to the roommate's house. So Blaze and Alma have been close friends ever since they discovered they both have witchy powers. They still live relatively normal lives. Alma just got a new job in the education career, and then Blaze is training up to actually work in the local fire department, so I quite like their little interests, but she does struggle not to be the cause of the fires in the first place. So the question is, will living together strain their friendship or take it to places they're never expected? And that is a very EA sort of hint storyline, that they potentially become girlfriends.
Is that tea?
But they never like explicitly say it, so I think that's interesting. I put the cauldron in their house, which is from the EA store, because it is obviously the only witch family, so I thought they should have something a bit extra. If you don't have the cauldron, it won't show. It'll probably be replaced by some other object, but just so you know, that was meant to be there. The beds are like opposite patterns but pushed together, because that is like the original design, so I've kind of kept in with that. And obviously if their relationship does take it to the next level, you could just get them a normal double bed. So yeah, that's kind of just hinting at that. Then we've got the Hunter family. So Kat, bless her, she's a loud and proud cougar, and her latest boo is Buck, and he's fresh out of college. He was the quarterback, and basically Kat just does not care what other people think of her. She just needs someone to cheer her up, since all her pets actually went missing. So yeah, that's an interesting mystery.
The unsolved mysteries of Unsolved mysteries.
But the question is, will her pursuit of happiness hurt those who have fallen in love with her? Because she's there for a good time. The other partners that she's had probably aren't in it for that. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with them. Her house is very leopard print madness, but yeah, I thought it was kind of giving me Sims 2 vibes, but that was Cat Hunter's original style, very like wild, so I love that for her. So next I want to show you a really exciting family. So we've got the Curious family. They're a very kooky family who seem to be kind of separated from the rest of the town, and that might not be a bad thing. Here we've got the family. So here we have Cherish Curious, and she's the mum to Bunny, and I love her little braid things, they're so cute. And also Not So Curious, which gotta love his name, and he's picking his nose, fun. And we've also got their new dogs, Tiger and Cheetah, and they do look like a bit strange, because I guess the storyline for them is that Marshall here, who kind of looks a bit like a scientist but kind of a bit scary as well, he basically has an inherent longing for knowledge, and that's kind of the Curious's family thing, if you know what I mean. So they are basically normally in the science career, and Marshall is actually a scientist, and his current research and experiments at the science facility will be quite impactful for generations to come. He has been spending a lot of time down here in the basement, and his family have been warned not to go down there. I don't know if you can notice why. So I've put the cow plant in there. That's from the EA store. Again, if you don't have it, it won't show, but it doesn't matter too much. But if you do, that is down there. So we've got Bunny's really, really cute pastel room. I love her bedroom. She's really interested in all things like supernatural, like mermaids and unicorns. Then we've got Not So's bedroom. I've put in his crib, but I've also given him a bed, because when he's older he'll be sleeping in obviously a normal bed. And then upstairs in the sort of attic area, we've got the mum and dad's bedroom, and I've kind of given it a more ish romantic feel to it with the candles and stuff, because I guess he's spending all day in the science lab and doesn't see it very often. So I like that detail. Then I've put some books around. So downstairs he's actually got a book called Germ Warfare, which is interesting title. So next we'll move on to Riddles' house and her many cats. So Anna Liza, gotta love her name as well. She is a master at writing murder mystery novels, and many people question where she gets such good ideas for her new novels. So where does her inspiration come from? Well, COSY Brook certainly gives her enough material to work from, let's put it that way. So I've made her house kind of it looks like it's from like a murder mystery like book, or a like Cluedo or something. I don't know, it was kind of inspired by that kind of feel, and I really love it. I love all the rich colours. I think it's got like a twist of like 1930s sort of style in there as well, and it's quite a massive house, but she has therefore got enough space for her 4 cats. And upstairs, that's clearly like the main room she does all her writing in. She's got a bedroom dedicated to her cats with all the cat wallpaper and everything, and then this is her bedroom. Again, she's got cat stuff in there. She's just mad for her cats, and she just loves writing all her murder mystery novels. And upstairs is her attic space, where she's actually got her little place to spy on the population of COSY Brook, and also a very mysterious urn. I even checked in her like family history, like all her connections, and there isn't anyone, so I'm not sure if that's like a relative or something, but there might be something more to those ashes, I suppose. And now we're looking at her neighbours, the Sergeants. We've got Bobby and Scout. So Bobby and Scout used to live in the city where they encountered like high-speed chases and putting away notorious criminals and dangerous missions, because Bobby's a spy and Scout's in the law enforcement career. So they decided to settle down into what they feel like is a quieter life here in COSY Brook, because obviously it's a small town, it's not a city, but the question is, will it be as quiet for them as they were hoping? Because obviously the town isn't very normal, so they might discover a fair bit of that they're actually kept quite busy in their jobs. This is their house. Again, they have a massive house for just the two of them. They do have a little nursery, so indicating that maybe they want a child or they've tried for a child. And then upstairs, they've got their kind of like hobby, office, gym, and also a little telescope. So there's lots to do in their house, and obviously because of their like careers, they do like to keep fit and do all of that stuff. Then next we've got the high-tech friends. Now these are our gamer guys, and every day these three guys instantly jump online and become the clan uber elite dudes. We've got our first guy, Way, and he's known as Orc Boss and is a master at Gorecraft and loves a raid. Then there's Lang, who is over here, and he's known as Big Ego. Statistically, he's the best at Pigeon Simulator and a crowd favourite at every SimCon. And lastly, we've got Justin J-Dog, who is currently the most popular Elden Bling streamer. So yeah, love their news stories. The question is, will they be too distracted by their gaming sessions to notice anything weird going on in town, making them pretty easy victims potentially, but we'll have to see. So this is their house. It's not very decorated because the idea is that, you know, their kitchen they don't even care about. They've just got like tools out. They don't live like your average person. They just want to go online, and that's like their computers and gaming stuff is all they really care about in the house. Everything else is just a bit, you know, extra rooms. So they've got bedrooms here, and they're like decorated to kind of the Sims favourite colours, so you'll kind of know whose is whose from that basically. And yeah, I quite like how they turned out. They all look individual at least. So yeah, and I've also used a poster up there which is from the EA store as well, and they've got garden chairs for the chess table, so that's nice for them. Next we've got the Prudence family. So these guys have quite a sad story. So Phoenix's wife disappeared one night on her way back from home, leaving Phoenix to raise their two children by himself. So he's been struggling to pay the bills by himself, and fortunately they still have the house, and they've also got a dog, and the kids seem okay. Like they're not overly traumatized because Phoenix does his best to take care of them. But yeah, this is their house. I feel like this is like one of the cozier sort of style house. I've got a picture of a woman in his room, which is kind of like potentially his missing wife, because she wasn't part of the family tree, so she is well and truly disappeared. So yeah, upstairs we've got the kids' bedrooms, and I think that they are looking really good. I absolutely love doing a themed bedroom, and for some reason I've gone with a lot of pastel kids rooms, pastel girly rooms. So yeah, that's what I've done in this house. Then next we'll move on to the newly married couple, Eva and Sheamus Dredge, who are over here in town. So yeah, they've gone to the Cozy Cafe for a little bite to eat. So yeah, they've had like, again, full makeovers. Interestingly, they don't seem to know anything about each other, which I thought was quite funny for their storyline. So they relocated here because Sheamus needed a fresh start, and Eva just went along with it. Eva's like a serial book reader, therefore she hasn't even noticed Sheamus's strange ways. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Sheamus will be able to keep his little secret for long. You might have noticed he has pretty pale skin, so yeah, there's always some sort of mystery going on. And this is their house. It's really cute, really cozy, and I really love how that one turned out if you like smaller homes.
No, I don't.
And then lastly, we've got probably one of my favourite Sims actually. So we've got Dudley Racket and his house. So you might remember seeing the Racket family before, and Dudley is actually one of Marigold Racket's sons, but he's been kind of thrown out of the family, not just because he isn't evil or a crook, but because he became the town sheriff. So he's basically looking into some of the cases of like the missing people and pets and stuff, and he's quite happy to be away from the Racket family because he never got on with them. He's like the total opposite, and this is his little detective room where he's like trying to like put all the clues together and find some sort of connection. And yeah, I love his house. It was inspired by like a Western sheriff's house basically, so yeah, I really love how that turned out. Thank you so much for making it through this video. I know it was really long. I have been really looking forward to showing you all of these Sims and all of these houses, so I hope you liked it. The world obviously isn't out yet, so if you have any feedback on like what, you know, house you think might need some changes making, or what you might like to see in Cozy Brook, I'm still taking suggestions, and I love to see your comments as always. I do always read them, but yeah, thank you so much for watching. I've still got so much to come. You haven't seen the unoccupied houses yet, the community lots, so yeah, look out for more videos coming soon on Cozy Brook. And if you want to see even more updates, follow me on Twitter, on Blue Sky. Check out my website as well, which I update the section on Cozy Brook regularly with new screenshots to show you what I've been doing. And this is where the actual download for the save file will be once it's completed, which every day we're getting closer to that point. So I'm really, really excited to share this with you. And I just can't wait to see what you do with all the families, see all your stories. I just really, really can't wait. So thanks again for watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye.